or 7. Candy. See, I'll be 91
You'll be 91 in January. And your first Christmas you remembered, you got an apple on the stick. All right, did you have a Christmas tree? Why didn't you have a Christmas tree, do you know?
Whether it's Christmas trimming then or not, that's a long time ago.
Well, that's what I want to find
We
out.
always had Santa Claus come in.
You had Santa Claus
One of the
coming?
neighbors would dress as Santa Claus and come in trees for him. Once a dad and mother got a carol for a dress or anything, it was left, for work.
Well, what about your Christmas dinner? What kind of a dinner?
Oh, we had good dinner.
You had good dinner? Had turkey and all the dressing. Now, about what year was that? That would be about 18 and 8. 19 and 7. And what year were you born? 1897. And your first the Christmas you remember was about 1907.
6 or 7 years ago. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm talking to you right now. Would that be all right?
That man's standing there.
You'll find out later.
Thank you.
How about you? You remember your first Christmas? What?
I'm 68.
Well, that's a young age. Tell us about your first Christmas that you remember.
Well, I guess the first Christmas I can remember I was about 5 years old.
Did you have a Christmas tree?
Yes.
All right. Can you tell us what you got for Christmas?
I got a dog. As long as I was adopted, into the family. I got a dog I can remember with long curls. I can remember my dog. And I can remember how the Christmas tree was decorated. It had crepe paper, green and red crepe paper, and tinsel. That's all we had then to put on the tree.
Was your doll under the tree when you got up?
Yes. The box opened up, I could see what it was.
Do you remember the night before that Christmas? Was you excited?
Oh, yes, pretty much so, because my dad and mom told me that Santa Claus came down the chimney, and I was afraid Daddy was going to build too big a fire. But I can remember that, sitting on Daddy's lap, and when he got up and put the log on the fire, I can remember thinking, he's got too much fire. I can remember that.
Now, was you looking for Santa Claus the night before Christmas?
I was looking for him. Of course, he didn't come. He told me, my dad told me I had to go to sleep first. I had to be asleep before Santa Claus would come.
I see. How many was in your family?
I was the only one.
You was the only one.
I was adopted. I was adopted when I was 14 years old.
What does Christmas really mean to you now?
Well, to me, it meant a lot a few years ago more than it does now. Now the biggest thing is my Christmas, is my family being together. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much.
You did get us.
How about you? Did you tell us about your first Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? Is that all you got? And where are you from?
Belgium.
Belgium? You're from Belgium? And how long have you been living?
Since 53.
Since 1951. Did you marry after the war?
Yeah, I wasn't really bad. My husband was in the war.
Did you marry a military person?
Yeah, and no, he was in the war, that I have to go to war.
Oh, he was a native of Belgium. Well, can you tell us about the first Christmas there in Belgium? Did you have a Christmas tree?
Yeah, we did.
Where did you get the Christmas tree? Is there a lot of Christmas
We
trees?
have to cut them. They can't do here, you know.
You went out and cut it. Uh-huh. And what about the Santa Claus? Did they talk to you about Santa Claus then?
Oh yeah, Santa Claus come to the house, dressed up, you know, but different Santa Claus be here. They're different dressed, you know. They are dressed like a pope.
And did he carry a sack on his back?
No, he carry a big stick like a pope. Carry it, you know.
I say,
that's what he carried.
like a big king. And he dressed exactly like the Pope.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's how they are dressed.
And that was Santa Claus in
Oh
Belgium.
yeah. That's how they are dressed in Belgium.
Well, what's Christmas mean to you and Ann?
Well, Christmas means a lot to me, but when I was younger, it means more than it does now.
Back
Because I
then,
have family, and my family is go first.
and all your family's going now?
Oh, I have three children in California, and I have one here.
She's always done this.
And are your children going to come in for Christmas this year?
Oh yeah.
From California?
Oh no. No, the one over here, I'm going over here to her. But the one in California, here I'll come over because they have children too. And they come over to her mother's house. So.
Well, mine had always tea.
How much does Christ play Christmas to you? Does Christ, Jesus Christ, how much?
Jesus doet er niet in laten, maar ja, maar kijk.
And you love to celebrate his birthday on Christmas.
I always do.
Let's go back to your childhood. How about
Was the dinner potje?
how about your Christmas dinner back then? What did it
Oh, we
consist
have
of?
turkey.
You had turkey?
Yeah, we have turkey and stuffing like we have over here.
Did your family come in to eat with you?
Oh yeah.
We appreciate you
It's
talking
not
to
much
us.
different be here, really. It's just Santa Claus is different dressed, you know, that's all.
Well, let's say Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, because if you're around somebody, then you can get it.
How about you? Do you remember your first Christmas?
Yes.
What's that lady's name, Carol?
Well, would you give us your name?
Yeah.
All right, now tell us about your first Christmas.
Well, my,
How old was you?
I was about 6, I guess.
Can you remember it good now?
Well, yes, but from the time I can remember, my mother was always sick. She was either in hospital or in bed. And not like they are now. Money wasn't that plentiful.
But then I had to make out.
I guess that's the reason nowadays. Doesn't matter where I'm at, who I'm with. I can always think of somebody that is worse off than I am.
Christmas to you is giving, is that right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Sharing.
Sharing.
You'd have to be a genius.
How about the Christmas that you remember most? Can you think back and remember the
No, I do.
Christmas you remember?
Yeah, I got a doll, some candy, and it was a very skimpy little Christmas tree. Wasn't like it is now.
When you got up on Christmas morning, did you run to the Christmas tree?
Yes. Naturally.
And you was thrilled, really thrilled when you got there.
Yes.
How many was in your family?
I had 3 brothers,
You had 3 brothers.
1 girl, and I had a rough time.
Tell us about your rough time.
Well, they were all older than I was. And you know, naturally, boys is going to pick on girls.
Or pickle.
Yes, to
They go overboard with you.
not maybe the way you think.
What about what part do you think that how big is Jesus Christ at Christmas night?
people have left Jesus Christ out. Actually, we don't give to the ones who need it. We're selfish. Maybe that's just the way I feel.
Do you feel that we're different today than we was at your first Christmas?
Yes, very much so.
Tell us about the difference.
Well, when I was a child, there was poor people in the neighborhood. They were invited in to eat dinner and enjoy, the day with us. Today we fix up a big feast, sit down and eat, and it's everybody for yourself. And it's there's people in need, there's people hungry, that we don't do like we used to.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for talking to me. Ma'am, what's your name? First Christmas. And did you have a Christmas tree?
Yes, we did.
How'd you decorate that Christmas tree?
Well, we strung it up high,
We didn't have our tree
tree.
Christmas
Made
Eve.
cookies and
That's why my mother plays.
That's why you don't.
we didn't have things like
Well, that's why my mother.
How would you evaluate Christmas today against Christmas in your childhood?
more commercial now.
Commercialized now.
Too much.
Too much so.
I think they commercial.
I agree with you. I agree with you. What can you remember? What was your biggest Christmas? Do you know what makes a big Christmas to you?
Wetness now.
A big party?
Quietness.
In other words,
Now, where's Judy?
I do too. I had last told nephew works in air control for Kansas City, where she get with the planes. She told him that she was sick, that she was flying everywhere.
Day before Christmas.
you have 92.
Can we fix your plate?
No, sir, buddy. No, thank you. Appreciate it.
You think this trend will continue right on?
I think so. I think it will.
Thank you very much. What part do you think Christ should play at Christmas?
Well, he's an important part. I think he's
Do you think that he's playing the part now that he should be playing?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like he is. I didn't think of it now.
If he's not playing the part, whose fault is it?
People.
It would be us.
No. the people itself.
He knows I'm distinguished.
They don't observe Christmas more like we used to.
I guess. I don't know. You know, I
Friday
never
was the
see
holy
her.
day for us, Christmas Eve.
I know they have. Got a little bit of money, I guess.
A person that doesn't
He
know
wants to hear
Christ,
them, he's going with us.
a sinner, a person that
He
doesn't
wants
know
to hear
Christ.
them, he's going with us.
Should he celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, I guess. No, she works all the time. What it is, honey.
Well, I figure they do.
Somebody has to tell him, she has to stay late with him now. And then somebody said that guy should, people should say, well,
Oh, yeah, there's a few.
I don't know, but half of us, we didn't have our faith, you know. I tell you, that's crazy.
This is Christ's birthday.
That's right.
That's what we would say.
Those that really don't know Christ, I don't know how they would celebrate Christmas if they didn't believe in Christ. Do you?
Well, I've always felt like they must believe that someplace in their mind. I don't know. I can't think of things.
Then you're like me. You can't hardly believe that there is anyone that don't believe somewhat in Christ. Is that right?
And I think there'd be more people saved than you think are. I've always felt like that. I don't know. I just get it.
Okay, let's get on with it. How about your first Christmas? Do you remember how far back you remember your first Christmas?
I don't know, but I remember I wanted a doll and a teddy bear and a swing and a piano. And that's what I got. No, that's the only one I really think about. And I got everything I asked for.
What about your mother and dad back then when you kids got up? How did they react to you all under the Christmas tree?
Well, I don't remember about us, but I know the grandchildren, that's my brother's children, they really enjoyed that more than anything. So I figure they enjoyed it for us.
What at that time did you children buy your parents a gift too?
I don't remember. I don't believe we did.
Back then, I don't think we did.
And your name? Your name is
Rosie Gerald. John Gerald's mother.
John Gerald's mother.
Okay, I'll see you.
He was like that, you know. If you needed something or wanted something, he'd get it. Didn't matter what it was, your birthday or when.
Would you say that your family was pretty well off?
No, don't think that. It just, well, my dad always had a good job. And I always could get anything I wanted, but you know what you want, don't you?
That's right.
You don't ask for everything.
That's right. And Mrs. Gerald, tell us about your first Christmas.
Well, I was 5 years old. And I got up the next morning and made out I believed it was a Santa Claus. But I didn't say anything. So my brother put my doll on the tree. But my mother always put her Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. And it was our holy day. That's when we didn't eat no, we had fish and stuff. But Christmas was Christian for us, we all believe. And, but that was the saddest day of my life. The only thing I can remember.
How far back can you remember? Can you remember when you was 4?
No, I knew I was mean, but I was.
Tell us about your Christmas. What do you have for Christmas?
Well, my mother always said turkey. That's on Christmas Day.
And your mother did too, right? And you always had a good Christmas day. How many was in your family this year?
There was 9 children.
9 children. And everyone gathered around
Well,
the tree.
all of them but one sister. She lived with me. We all, when the family was together, that was a happy.
And Santa Claus.
Well,
Did Santa Claus ever come to the house?
oh yeah. I guess he did. We got stuff. But I
But
taught
now
my
this was
children.
after you lived
After I was 5 years old, I told him this. I had to go to the bathroom, so I walked down the hall and see him. But that's really sad. Because my children, I had some children believed in Santa Claus till they was 12.
Do you think children should be told there's a Santa Claus or led to
Well,
believe?
I always tell them it's a spirit, and you should believe. If you don't believe, you don't get nothing.
Well, you told your family that.
You can tell, ask John.
Santa Claus, there's no doubt.
I was just believing in so much. And then I said, as if I wouldn't believe in God if they was telling me that all the time. And I could begin to understand why people didn't want to tell their children that, you know. I mean, that's just me. That's me. Just no one else ever said that.
I think we do miss later kids.
But I never.
You agree with her?
Yes, I agree with her.
But I never dealt, you know.
And you're Mrs. Spencer.
I think that's what I am.
Mrs. Spencer. We have been going through the family hope to get over there after a while.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first Christmas.
Oh, that's been so long. I
I remember, but I still had to make out
Get
there was
some stick
Santa
candy
Claus.
out of Arbuckle's coffee. I remember getting that for my first Christmas.
A stick of candy out of our
Arbuckle
coffee.
coffee and an orange and a dog.
I know you did.
But I remember getting for my first Christmas.
Well, I got
And
interested. I
anytime
guess.
you buy Arbuckle coffee, you got candy in
Stick of
it.
candy. And they put it up for Christmas and give us for Christmas time.
In other words, they'd lay it away till Christmas came. And then is that all you got was candy?
Candy and orange and strawberry.
And that was in the early 1900s,
But it's the same thing when you
in the teens.
Yeah. I'm going to 1970.
You were born 1970. And your first Christmas you remember is about 1924. And what do you think? What part do you think that? Well, we know that Christmas is Christ's birthday.
Right.
You think he plays the part that he should be let play? What do you think's wrong with Christmas today?
I think it's us. Mom, we would spur down and we teach our kids with Santa Claus and everything else. We teach them a lot of them. We've done that from time up.
It's fun
And
now.
I won't tell my grandkids. I learned better than years old. Do not tell them stuff I told my own. He just about run. It took Christ out, I'll say that.
How did it take Christ out?
Because they put everything else first.
Like what?
Like going buy nice gifts and all kind of things like that. I tell you. I don't know, I might be wrong. That's what I think.
If you had the power to do it, how would you change Christmas today?
I'd change it a lot different from what I had.
How would you change it?
I'd put Christ back into Christmas.
How would you do that?
I would tell everybody it wasn't a Santa Claus, all these kids that run around here, and I'd tell people to put Christ where he belongs and then get the gifts later. I think it's just a hassle. You be out here and get gifts and everything. Time you get that over, you're so tired when Christmas comes, you don't even know where it is.
Let me thank you, Mrs. Spencer, very much.
Okay.
Now let me go over here and get. Is your name Turner?
That's right.
You was raised up here on Bay Creek. Do you remember your first Christmas?
I moved here when I was a little girl, 11 years old. We were from Braxton County.
You were from Braxton County. You had your first Christmas.
In
You had
Braxton County, until I was 11 years old.
you had your first Christmas in Braxton.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it.
Well,
What about Santa Claus?
we thought he was pretty nice at that time, especially.
Christmas is Christ.
I don't know for sure.
How about the difference between Christmas today and Christmas back when you was
Well,
a
I
child?
think it is altogether different.
Good
Don't
or
you
bad?
think it is?
Good or bad?
Well, it's all right with me.
It's all
It's
right
just,
with you.
yes.
Do you remember what you got for your first Christmas?
No, I don't.
What, you did get gifts all along,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Tell your doll. What do you mean doll baby? You got more than one?
Well, no, I never got only one at a time.
Uh-huh. You
But
got
they-
one? Go ahead.
They was pretty nice, and I took good care of mine.
Do you still have any of those dolls?
Well,
I see.
part of them, what she got hold of.
Tell us about your Christmas tree. What'd you have on the Christmas tree?
I don't even remember. Well, we didn't have a Christmas tree. You know, at that time, people didn't have Christmas trees like they do now.
How about your Christmas dinner? Did you have a Christmas dinner
Yes,
like we do
we had
now?
we had a good Christmas dinner. We've always had pretty good Christmas dinner.
What'd you have, turkey?
We used to have chicken and
Turkey,
turkey
chicken.
for Christmas.
How many was in your family, Mrs. Turner?
Well, there was 6 of us children.
Christmas.
That's
We
right.
used to make these long
And
chains.
did you share Christmas together all the time?
Color lanterns.
We tried to as long as we could.
Did
See,
the-
now there's just 4 of us girls, and my 2 brothers are dead.
Did
And
you
my
get
father's
each-
dead.
Did you get each of you trade
About every
gifts?
holiday.
Well,
Put them
we
under
tried
the
to,
Christmas tree?
yes.
You put them under
We
the
tried
tree?
to.
We'd always have first meat.
Did Santa Claus ever come to your home?
Always have first meat for Thanksgiving.
Well, I think so.
Pass it around.
I mean, in person,
They
did
all
Santa
had
Claus
some
ever come to your home when you was a
like
little
it
girl?
is now.
Well, I think he come when I was just about too little to remember it. But I've heard mother tell that.
And you can't remember a Christmas that you all didn't celebrate?
No, we always had a pretty nice time, we thought. And I bet you all did too.
Yes, I'm sitting here right now thinking about my first Christmas.
Are we?
Yeah. You know what I got for my first Christmas, Miss Turner? Got a little steam shower.
Well, now that'd be something nice.
Yes, it was. It certainly was. And my mother seemed so proud that my brother Daryl and I got a steam shovel. One of us got a steam shovel, and that one got a little dump truck. Now let me tell you, we wore
Now, we
those things.
really appreciated, gifts like that at that time, didn't we?
Oh yes. Now what do you mean
Now,
me?
well, I mean, now, so what I mean now, the children get so many gifts that they just don't appreciate it.
That's right. That's right.
And things that we would really enjoy and play with, they just throw them away, I'd say now, almost.
Mrs. Turner, what Christmas is Christ's birthday. Do you think Christmas is still celebrated around Christ's birthday?
Well, it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. Do you
Just
think
the
that it
same.
is?
Well, yes, I guess it is. What do you think about it?
Well, I think they've backed away from that considerably and are celebrating it as just any holiday with a.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Well, I think it's a whole lot that way. Now, my brother said, Charles, you knew Charles.
Oh, yes, I knew Charles.
Well, he said quite a few years ago, well, see, he's been dead almost 6 years, and he said, well, Ellen, he says they crowded Thanksgiving clear out. And, they have almost.
That's true. They run Christmas over Thanksgiving.
They
haven't
do.
Mhm.
And see, it didn't used to be that way long ago.
Mrs. Turner, I appreciate you talking with us for a show.
Yeah.
This got too interesting for me.